All still getting there. I can see 1, 2. The G trying to put her around as well. She's putting down better. Think about
G'day punters, welcome back to the MacBet post-operation video. This week we'll be reviewing the Eagle Farm meeting from Saturday, but first I'll introduce the boys, Tom and John. Guys, how are we going?
Well, I'm still on the box, not on the floor, but the gear's arrived. It's only taken me an hour to put a chair together. So for the desk, I think about another 3 or 4 hours I'll be finished.
So you're sitting on a milk crate at the moment. Is that the go?
I'm on a box with my keypad on the top of the box to give me a little bit of height, get me off the ground, and it's been a pain for the last couple of weeks. But my desk has arrived, so thank God. But it's in the boxes. And as I said, the chair took me a good hour and a half probably to put together.
What's harder, finding a winner or putting together furniture?
Well, furniture.
That's a good answer. Tom, how are you going there, mate? You're in the gamer chair there. It's probably got aircon on it. What's been happening?
Yep. Nah, a bit flat. It's been a long weekend of punting and whatnot, so had the morning off. Been lazing around the house, watching some Netflix.
Taking it easy. Well, I'm still up the Sunshine Coast here. You guys are probably sick of my face if we were at the races together at Eagle Farm on Saturday, and yeah, sunny coast yesterday, Sunday. But yeah, decent enough week for us. We lost 4 units actually over the week. Yard good again, 5.5 units at 34.3% for the year, winning at 25% in the yard and 12% overall. Seemed to well, John, you had a decent bet on the first starter yesterday at the Sunshine Coast. We're just finding the yard a little bit easier.
Yeah, I thought that first starter should have won. It was unbelievable. She's usually a pusher and a shover, and she doesn't take any shit usually. And she let not Jaden Lloyd. Just can't remember who she
Allman.
Hey?
Allman.
Who was it?
Allman.
Oh,
James.
that's right, James. Yeah, he let James go past it, and I thought there was no betting that Allman would be behind her, and she just let the Foreman go, and then it box-seated, it railed, and she took off out wide, held up a bit and lost a few lengths, and then charged and got beaten 3/4 of a length or something, and it was just a sickening watch. I can't remember. I was saying to the boys yesterday that when we kicked off strongly at early doors at the Sunshine Coast, we're always, of late, we're chasing our tails, so we just got to start quicker. Just jump. We've got to be a bit more of a greyhound jumping out of the box.
Straight up on the bunny, yes. And well, you were saying last week, been happy with the poly track. Let's talk about the Eagle Farm track from Saturday. First meeting back for a little while. The winners were all relatively well backed in the market. So to my knowledge, it looked like it played pretty fairly. Tom, maybe initially, how do you think the track played at Eagle Farm?
Yeah, no, I had full confidence betting there. I know we didn't really send out any early. Did we send out many early units? I think John did on his races, but mine were more so waiting to see what some horses looked like in the yard.
Sure.
I thought it played very fair. It came down to how tempos, how the pace eventuated in races. Obviously, the inside probably was pretty inferior as the jocks elected to get off the fence into the middle of the track. But I mean, I don't really see any problem with that. Every horse seemed to have its chance, I guess, on Saturday, barring some poor rides.
Yeah, I think the track probably played a half a length slower than, not a half a length, a half a second slower than what it was played. That's how I seen it. I had a look at it yesterday or this morning, and we had a different type of model, as far as times go between other tracks and Eagle Farm, but I've had to bring it closer to the model that we have for the other tracks. So, that's a good sign. Half a second, around 3 lengths. So, the track is a bit, must have a little bit more cushion in it or something like that.
Okay.
I have no problems with betting there, that's for sure.
All right, we'll keep monitoring there. And yeah, Tom, we we knocked off 0.9 units on the early sheets at Eagle Farm, and then we won 8.1 from the yard. So strong day for the yard. We tweeted out, overall result, 7.2 units profit for the meeting. We tweeted out a couple of videos. Tom, you managed to find a winner there, which was really good. And yeah, we kicked off our Discord open to the public on the weekend, and that seemed to be a success as well. Got some bit of back and forth chat there. We're sort of delivering all the yard and the NRL stuff, which is going good as well in there. And well, we had some Greyhound tips win last night. So yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you head to our new Discord server. There's plenty of smart and probably dumb individuals in there willing to throw a bit of chat around about the race. I'll probably be one of the dumb ones in there, but yeah, no, it's really good to get involved with. But we'll be previewing the reviewing the Quaddie legs at Eagle Farm from Saturday shortly. Okay, race 6 at Eagle Farm from Saturday. We didn't have any bets in the morning, but Tom was keen on Sweet Margot May from the yard. He had a unit on. BSP was $5.50, and it got the cash in the yellow and maroon checkered silks for the Heathcote camp.
Yep. So they always kind of look like a lot of speed in the race. You had half a hope with Tegan Harrison on board with the blinkers going on. Bad education on the quick backup when it ran really well on the poly track when they just elected to send it out of the gates with Georgie Cartwright on. So I thought they'd do the same there. You had Patterson, Mashani Esprit claiming 3 down on 51 kilos. She eventually sits outside the leader, which eventually was Good Bean in the yellow and red silks for the forklift. They go on Baker's sectionals about 3.8 lengths faster than class average to the 600. And I just thought that the two favourites early in the week, being Good Bean and A Call for Heaven, were coming out of really weak maidens. So I was always kind of happy to play around them. And I just needed to nail down which of the 3 runners I thought were really good chances, being Pentito, Legal Esprit, and Sweet Margot May. Which one of those and how I was going to stake it from the yard. I was really keen on Sweet Margot May heading into the meeting. It had a stable change from McCall to Heathcote, who's absolutely flying. I'd seen this horse at Ballina and then at Caloundra. To my eye, it had a lot of improvement left in it. It was very soft. It had a lot of market support at both of those meetings, which indicated to me that it did have a lot of ability, and it was still lightly raced. It has a really nice turn of foot, and it's a really nice horse. I thought the speed of the race was just going to set up perfectly for it. Unfortunately, I only have 1 unit on it, which is easy in hindsight. But when we were in the yard there, I think there was $6 about, and I was kind of happy to try get a 5-unit profit there. But once we got up to the room where we were sitting, I think it started $4.30 on Betfair or something like that. So obviously a lot of the big teams have combined on this one and just kept hammering this one. I think it started $3.50 on the tote. The big question mark with me for Legal Esprit was whether it could run 1,300. Being by Bella Esprit, they're always a bit iffy once they get past 1,200. They're very much a sprinter breed, but I think it's ticked that box here in a fast run race, and they've come home a good sectional. So I think the first 2 across the line are definitely ones to follow. They've got a fair bit of ability. I know this is off-season 3-year-old racing, but Legal Esprit did have to carry the top weight here of 59 and claim down to 57. But that's probably the difference in the end between it and Sweet Margot May. Pentito was a really nice run. They had to go back from the wide gate, coming back in distance. I think they've found out how best to ride this horse. And other than that, not really sure what to say about the rest.
Yeah, I think the main thing in this race, I think, Tom, you said that you possibly could have thrown a little bit on in the morning at the price and then just seen how it looked in the yard and to top up. And, you know, this was massive difference in what it looked like from the Sunshine Coast to here. You know, completely different horse. You know, I thought I was looking at the wrong horse when I seen it. You know, you were thinking the Caloundra one, it might struggle at 1,300, the type it was. But then when you seen it in the yard with Heathcote, you would say, yeah, get it. And it's fitter. You know, it was just a massive difference. I think possibly that could have been the reason why all the money came for it as well. Like, we were all on it, and then the other teams might have been thinking, yeah, this horse is really well in. It's hard to beat. Can it run 1300? Is it going to be fit enough? And everything lined up and everyone bet.
Yeah.
Yes, and just a correction there. Sweet Margot May actually paid $4.20 on the tote, and we actually did have the 0.25 units on Pentito there as well. But yeah, a great result. Race 7 Eagle Farm, we had 1.5 units on Osamu in the morning at $2.90, trimmed up quite significantly throughout the day, and we had 0.25 units on You'll Be Missed at BSP. Osamu got the cashier, Blue Silks, Pink Diamond in the center of the chest.
I stuffed this race up as far as my betting goes. I bet in the morning, and then I was worried about the gate, so I took a unit off it, and then I said, oh, when it come in a bit short, I thought I'll lay half of the bet back, and then I thought surely it might bounce just because of the gate, and it didn't bounce. It got shorter, and then all of a sudden it bounced out of the gate and led, and you had to take $1.70 in the run. You know, every which way I turned here, as far as my punting goes, I stuffed up. You know, I was thinking if it was 3 wide in the run, you know, I'm happy with bailing. We'll bail it half out, and if it gets in 5th or 6th too wide, I'll put more on with a little bit shorter. But when it went to the lead, it was about $1.70, $1.80, and it's just hard to take that shorter odds. But it was just a certainty when it found the lead. The second horse, Agensfield, gone good. Improved. It'll improve. It kept chasing to the line. It went good. I can't believe it really got to 3rd, and I can't believe Osamu led. And you could see how Bulgar's going to run 1-2, and in the morning or the day before, you could say, these two are so far superior to the rest of the field. It's not funny, but it's just a matter of whether the gate with Osamu is going to be in trouble, and whether Aidensfield had to go back, further than what it would have liked. And the opposite happened, the way I was thinking. So I was lucky, to be on it early, because at the $2.30, I probably would have said no, I'll happy to watch. But then I'm unlucky I didn't put more on it. If I would have known it would have been running 2nd or 3rd or led, I just put more on it. So we got away with something, but a little bit disappointing, that race.
Yeah, they've run really good time here. They've gone out pretty quick and come home quick. So there's a fair bit of merit in a lot of the horses chasing here. I know it's 1,000-meter form at Eagle Farm, so you got to tread carefully with where some of these runners go next, whether they're going up in distance or whatnot. But Highland Suns actually returned really well. Kendrick Stable, I think, starting to find a bit of form. They had a few winners over the weekend. And You'll Be Missed. It gets caught 3 back and wide at the back of the field. Doesn't really have a very nice run in transit. It can probably drop back to something a little bit easier. And I think with a better gate, there might be a bit more intent there, and can definitely control and win a race somewhere, I feel.
Race 8 at Eagle Farm, no bets from us in the morning or in the yard. Contemptuous got the cashier, SP $2.60 in the black and lime green O'Day silks.
Yep. So your eventual leader is You Make Me Smile in the orange and green silks from the wide gate. Looks like it's going to get a pretty cozy lead and control out in front, and it just starts to pull its head off early in the race, which I think definitely took away from its turn of foot late in the race. Just found nothing when they entered into the straight. With no speed on paper, you see Guntunte's up there sitting outside the lead in the Heathcote colours. That's kind of what everyone was thinking for the race. No speed, someone's going to have to do something. But they've gone 2.4 lengths slow to the 600 and come home in only fair sectionals for this kind of grade. So not really sure what to make of this race. Contemptuous has obviously come back okay. There wasn't really a whole lot of market support there for it. I guess the big question mark for it, with a lot of punters there on track, was where is that in his preparation? The trial was a little bit iffy, I thought. I know Bailey was on, who's a little bit heavier than what he used to be, but that last 100 metres in the trial left a lot to be desired. So no one was really prepared to charge in at the odds. However, they weren't really, the market wasn't really sure where to go either, I have to say. yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about the race either. They go around. Gogol, I guess, keeps going around, keeps doing what it does, runs on. It's kind of getting up in the weights now, so it is proving difficult for it to get a win in this grade, especially with its racing pattern. You just keep seeing they're just happy to keep going back and let it run on. Starla came up from Sydney. It's improved big time on its last start run, but nothing went to suit there in New South Wales. And yeah, Splendor on the Grass has run last year, which I thought was a bit disappointing, but I don't think it looked quite ready in the yard.
Yeah, this race just looks bad to me. No real money for Contemptuous, and the run it was going to get and how it was going last preparation. Really the market should have come really heavy for it, but it didn't. And I can see, its trial was only fair, I thought. And on our figures, they've gone bad. Contemptuous has probably gone, 4 lengths worse than what it can go. And Last Chance has probably gone about 3 or 4 lengths worse than it did last start. So a lot of these horses in this race have gone bad, and as far as Contemptuous has gone, he's gone probably 3 or 4 lengths worse than he can go, and he's still got away with it. So
Yeah.
it's a race that I'd be very wary of, I think.
Yeah. You look at that last 200 section as well, like it's pretty poor time given that the run he's had in transit. I think he was entitled to do a lot better if everyone's had this big spruik on him that he can do great things and he's going to take the next step going into the Winter Carnival. But you would have wanted to see more in that last 200 section, I feel.
Yeah, let's look at our sectional prices. We've got it around about $6 to win. So, it's the race has gone bad. It's a real worry for me. I've black booked Starler and I've black booked Wesley. I thought both those horses went quite well. But are they making ground on horses that are not totally right? That's the problem. Even Last Chance, he got held up a little bit in his charge, and if he would have got a clear run, he would have gone close to beating Contemptuous given a start. So, and Last Chance is no start. So beware, I think, this race.
Race 9, we had a unit on Caffrey in the morning at BSP, and we had a half unit on Enterprise Prince Betfair SP as well. Confessed got the cashier, paid $13 in the blue and yellow checkered silks.
Yeah, all I could say is horrific. Can't stand to watch this race again. Everything went wrong. If I knew Caffrey was going to do what it did and push out and shove on a hot speed, they've gone 6 lengths above average on the punting form and about around 3 mark on ours, and I think we're probably a little bit wrong. So they've gone out fast. It's hunted. It's not that type of horse. Every time it's been able to, 3 starts ago now, it hit the line really hard, just through the midfield and come to the line. Now, if he rides at midfield, just in behind the speed, it's sort of in the perfect spot where Enterprise Prince is. It's fitter horse than it. I think it wins. And as far as Enterprise Prince goes, we backed it. We had something on it in the morning. It's probably the fitness that's just peaked. He just got there a bit too soon. They come back to him, and he was like he just pushed out here and shoved a few horses out of the way. He was going that strong, but he's got there too early, and the fitness is a worry. And Confessed perfect ride pretty much. Thompson, he saved ground on the inside, but not in the worst part of the track. He was just out of the bad part, and he's the fitter horse. Just a sickening race because we really wanted to bet against Rockmore. We just couldn't get anywhere near that price. I know it's got a little check on the corner, but it wasn't going to win. I don't think so.
Yeah, Confessed is the definition of kissed on the dick here, I feel. I just find the tactics in this race very strange. Like, Golan had 3 runners in the race. He had Ulysses, he had Rockamore, who was the best chance out of them, and Charioteer. And you kind of always knew that Coop was going to with Pattis on board claiming 3, that they're going to go hard in front. She's going to send it and set a hot tempo. So I was very surprised to see a lot of runners go up there and probably make her go faster than what they would have liked. I would have loved to have just seen them go back on those 2 horses and Rockamore just kind of sit half carting Coot. That would have been his best chance. And it just ended up in all sorts and all the traffic in the race. It is just a very yucky race to review. I think a horse that might have been a little bit of a hit and run here is Red Bloom. I think it's gone all right. It was kind of last there on the fence and had to check off the heels of Mr. Moneybags when Merlis come flying back in his face and just got way too far out of the race, and then has covered a lot of ground trying to loop the field, whereas Confess, the eventual winner, saved a lot of ground. Not saying Red Bloom would have won if he had Confess's run, but I do think there's a lot of merit in its race there on Saturday.
Who's probably gone pretty good there because they've gone 100 mile an hour and it's fought on. But the only thing with that horse, it seems like if he goes slow, they outsprint him. And if he's quick enough, well, then he's vulnerable. So he's a pain horse, that one. He's gone good, but he needs that type of race to keep on. He'll grind out and beat bad horses doing that. But when he gets to this type of class and he's vulnerable and they'll run past him. So,
he takes a lot of those weaker horses out of their comfort zones. And it is tricky. I think I was against him there at Ipswich too, back because I didn't think Cornish was the right type of rider for Coo because she's a little bit quiet, but she was pretty switched on that day and she ran them into the ground. So props to the Corn Dog.
All right, that concludes our post-operation analysis of the Eagle Farm meeting from Saturday. As always, boys, I'm going to get your runners to follow out of the meeting. I think Tom's straying a bit from the beaten track here. He's going to grab one from the sunny coast. But John, Eagle Farm, what's the horse to follow?
I'm going for Des's horse, Aidensville. I think just looked like it was going to improve in the yard and just stepping up a little bit in distance next time. Showed there that it's got enough speed to posse up, and when you've got a horse that can posse up, be strong at the finish, you're on a winner. So I think it'll be hard to beat.
Tom, one from yesterday at the Sunshine Coast.
Yep, we go on race 2 from the sunny coast yesterday. We were on it, Julia. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
The Lee Friedman. Yep, the Lee Friedman runner. As John said, she just got in a really awkward position. I think it was 3 or 4 back the fence in a slow run race and had to do a lot of work to get out of traffic and hit the line really well. Looked a cracking type in the yard. I just liked the improvement she made from that 3-year-old preparation down in Sydney where she used to pull her head off. She was very quiet in the yard there on Sunday and I liked her racing manners there. So I think she'll be knocking off her maiden pretty easily and then can string a few together.
Awesome, and I'm glad we don't have to watch the replay of that one, so that's good. We've got a big week of racing ahead of us this week. We've got Eagle Farm, so we're back at the scene of the crime on Wednesday, Ipswich Thursday, Friday Sunny Coast, and then Saturday, I think Gold Coast is the metro meeting, and we got Ippy there as the provincial.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to Ipswich, I would say. I'd be going to Ipswich. I think Brody will be going to the Gold Coast. What are you going to do, Tim? Tom?
I'll be on the piss up at Noosa because I have my housemate's 30th birthday. So I'll be out of action from the yard there on Saturday. So I've got to make, I've got to make, we'll see how I'm traveling there on the Sunday, I reckon. But I have to be making the wages there on Wednesday at Eagle Farm, I'm tipping.
Absolutely, yeah. You need to top up the beer fund, and we might have the croaky voice on Sunday after a big day at Noosa. So keep get into the Discord, guys. You'll probably get Tom, Top Rope Tom, in the general chat. Plenty of opinions flying around, as I can imagine. But if you want to join, guys, make sure you head to the link in the description, and to get access to all of our paid stuff, head to macbet.com.au. You'll get access to the yard, which is flying, and all of the plays from the boys. But that's about all from me, guys. Thanks for your time, and thanks to everyone watching. We'll talk to you next week.
Going back to the desk. Yeah, boy.
You'll be out of the box seat now. See you guys.
See ya.